Southeastern Pennsylvania Transportation Authority. That caught your attention, didn't it? That is the name of the major transportation system of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, which also serves the counties of Bucks, Chester, Delaware, and Montgomery, Pennsylvania. The Southeastern Pennsylvania Transportation Authority, SEPTA for short, is one of two transit systems in the U.S. that operate all five major types of terrestrial transit vehicles: regional rail trains, heavy rapid trains, light rail vehicles, trolley buses, and motor buses. The other is Boston's Massachusetts Bay Transportation Authority, which runs a ferry boat service as well. SEPTA was formed by the Pennsylvania legislature on August 17, 1963, to coordinate government subsidiary to various transit and railroad companies in southeastern Pennsylvania. SEPTA first came into service on February 18, 1964. The Southeastern Pennsylvania Transportation Authority, also known as SEPTA, ran regional railroads. It wasn't until September 30, 1968, that SEPTA acquired the rest of its services: bus, trolley, trackless trolley, the Broad Street Line, the Market Frankfurt Line, and the Delaware River Bridge Line. The Delaware River Bridge Line soon became part of PETCO. On January 30, 1970, SEPTA inherited the Philadelphia and Western Line, or P&G, commonly referred to as the Norristown High Speed Line, the Media and Sharon Hill lines, referred to as routes 101 and 102, and several suburban bus routes. All of this is now considered the Victory District. The main station in the district is the 69th Street Transportation Center, located in Upper Darby, Pennsylvania. On March 1, 1976, SEPTA acquired the routes that operated in the Schuylkill Valley, which is now known as the Frontier Division. SEPTA had a plan to create the Schuylkill Valley Metro, which would use tram trains to connect Philadelphia with the city of Reading, Pennsylvania, and central Berks County, using the SEPTA Manioc Norristown Line and Conway Line, plus two Norfolk Southern Railway freight only lines. However, this was rejected by the Federal Transit Administration. As of 2014, plans began to expand the Norristown High-Speed Line towards King of Prussia. SEPTA says that they are at least 8 years away from beginning the construction of this extension due to the lack of funding. SEPTA is governed by a 15-member board of directors. The board is chosen by the following. The City of Philadelphia appoints 2 members. One member is appointed by the mayor, the other by the city council president. These 2 board members can veto any item that is approved by the full SEPTA board because the city represents more than 2/3 of SEPTA's local subsidiary, fair revenue, and ridership. However, the veto may be overridden with a vote of at least 75% of the full board within 30 days. Bucks County, Chester County, Delaware County, and Montgomery County appoint 2 members each. These members are appointed by the county commissioners in Bucks, Chester, and Montgomery County, and by the county council in Delaware County. The majority and minority leaders of the 2 House of Pennsylvania state legislatures, which are the Senate and the House of Representatives, appoint 1 member each for a total of 4 members. The governor also appoints 1 member. Here's the current board as of July 2016. The chairman is Pascal T. Dion Sr. The vice chairman is Thomas E. Babcock. The Bucks County representatives are Pascal T. Dion Sr. and Charles H. Martin. The Chester County representatives are Kevin L. Johnson, P.D., and William M. McSwain, PST. The Delaware County representatives are Thomas E. Babcock and Daniel J. Cooper. The Montgomery County representatives are Kenneth Lawrence, Jr. and Robert D. Fox, ESQ. The Philadelphia County representatives are Beverly Coleman and Clarina I.W. Tolson. The governor appointee is Dwight Evans. The Senate Majority Leader appointee is Stuart Greenleaf, ESQ. The Senate Minority Leader appointee is William J. Leonard, ESQ. The House Majority Leader appointee is Michael A. Barrett. The House Minority Leader appointee is John I. Kane. The Norristown High Speed Line, Purple Line, formerly known as the Philadelphia and Western Railroad and Route 100, is an interurban heavy rail line, powered by third rail and high-level platforms. As of 2014, the average daily ridership is 10,050 people. The Mark Frankfurt line, commonly referred to as the L, is a subway and elevated line from the northeast section of Philadelphia at Frankfurt Transportation Center to the 69th Street Transportation Center of Upper Darby, through Center City, Philadelphia, and West Philadelphia, via Market Street and Frankfurt Avenue. As of 2015, the daily ridership average is 184,668 people. The Broad Street line and Broadwood Spur is a subway line that runs along Broad Street. It runs from Fern Rock Transportation Center in North Philadelphia through Greater North Philadelphia, Center City, City Hall, towards AT&T Station in South Philadelphia. AT&T Station is where Philadelphia Sports Complex is located. The Broadwood Spur is a line run from Olney Transportation Center to the intersection of 8th and Market Streets. The line spurs off Broad Street via Ridge Avenue and continues on down through Chinatown, then turns down 8th Street towards its last stop at 8th and Market. The line was originally supposed to be an express route that loops into Center City, but budget costs stopped construction. The unfinished part of the tunnel was bought by the Delaware River Port Authority, which started the PATCO High-Speed Line. PATCO stands for Port Authority Transportation Corporation. As of 2015, the average daily ridership is 123,315 people. SEPTA subway surface trolleys, Green Line, are trolley routes that run under and overground. These trolleys consist of routes 10, 11, 13, 34, and 36. These trolleys start at the 13th Street station and are underground until 36th Street and 40th Street portals. Route 10 uses the 30th Street portal, while all the other routes use the 40th Street portal. As of 2014, the average daily ridership of routes 10, 11, 13, 34, and 36 is about 84,000 people. As of 2017, there are 121 bus routes currently operating under SEPTA. These bus routes operate in the counties of Philadelphia, Bucks, Chester, Delaware, and Montgomery counties. Only 19 of the 121 bus routes run as night owl bus routes that run 24/7. The night owl buses for the Broad Street line and the Mark Frankfurt line only run from midnight through 5 o'clock from Sunday through Thursday, as both lines have a Friday-Saturday service that allow the train to run all night. The following bus routes are the only night owl bus routes: routes 6, 14, 17, 20, 23, 33, 37, 42, 47, 52, 56, 60, 66, 73, 79, 108, 109, G, and R. Among these bus routes, trolley routes 10, 13, 15, and 36 also run 24/7. The trackless trolleys, or trolley buses, are basically SEPTA's routes that run using trolley buses that are powered using overhead lines. The original trolley bus routes were routes 29, 59, 66, 75, and 79. These routes were turned into bus routes in the early 2000s. Towards the end of the first decade of the 2000s was when SEPTA decided to turn these routes back into trolley buses. When SEPTA ordered new vehicles from New Flyer, there was only enough to supply routes 59, 66, and 75. SEPTA ended up leaving routes 29 and 79 as permanent bus routes, while leaving routes 59, 66, and 75 as permanent trolley bus routes. Route 15, or the Girard Avenue line, is a Heritage Streetcar that operates mostly on Girard Avenue. The Heritage Streetcar program is a program that uses old streetcars on trolley routes. It was suspended in 1992, only to be reopened in September of 2005. Route 15 was one of 3 streetcars that were suspended in the year of 1992. The other 2 being Route 23, which is now operated by a bus and is split up into 2 sections, from which are Route 23 being from north to center Philly, and Route 25 being from center to south Philly, and Route 56, which is now operated by bus as well. As of 2014, the average daily ridership of Route 15 is 11,329 people. Routes 101 and 102 are suburban light rail trolley routes that travel from Upper Darby towards Media, Route 101, or Sharon Hill, Route 102. Like the subway surface routes, these routes use Kawasaki trolleys. The only difference is that the trolleys they used are double-ended, meaning that there are two cabs in the trolley, so the trolley doesn't have to go through a loop in order to go in the direction it came from. As of 2014, the combined average daily ridership is 7,976 people. The regional rail routes are SEPTA's commuter rail trains. These trains operate in the Philadelphia International Airport, Chestnut Hill, Kindwood, Fox Chase, Glenside, Lansdowne, and Doylestown, Center City, West Philadelphia, Manayunk, Media and Elwyn, Palo Lee and Thorndale, North Philadelphia, Trenton, New Jersey, and Wilmington, Delaware. There are 13 different lines, 7 of which were owned by the Pennsylvania Railroad and terminated at Suburban Station, and 6 of which were owned by the Reading Company and terminated at Reading Terminal. When SEPTA bought both companies, SEPTA closed down Reading Terminal, opened Market East Station, now known as Jefferson Station, and made Suburban Station a run-through station, so trains could pass through instead of terminate there. Now, all 13 lines stop at 30th Street Station, Suburban Station, and Jefferson Station. Most lines also stop at Temple University Station, a station built on the campus of Temple University. As of 2016, the average daily ridership is 132,000 people. There are 3 different divisions among SEPTA: City Transit, Suburban, and Railroad. The City Transit Division includes buses, trackless trolleys, subway surface trolley lines, the Market Frankfurt line, and the Broad Street line. Some of this division's routes extend into the counties of Delaware, Montgomery, and Bucks, PA. The City Transit Division has 8 operating depots. 5 depots are bus-only depots. 1 depot is a mixture of bus and trackless trolley. 1 is a mixture of bus and streetcar. And the final depot is a streetcar-only depot. SEPTA's Suburban Division has 2 different districts and 1 area of contracted routes operated by the Crafts Coaches. The first district is the Victory District, which operates suburban bus and trolley or light rail routes that originate from Upper Darby's 693 Transportation Center, including the Market Frankfurt line. The light rail routes consist of the Norristown High-Speed line towards Norristown Transportation Center, Trolley Route 101 towards Media, Pennsylvania, and Trolley Route 102 towards Sharon Hill, Pennsylvania. This district was originally owned by the Philadelphia Suburban Transportation Company and was called the Red Arrow District, as some residents still call it today. The second district is SEPTA's Frontier Division, which operates suburban bus routes originating from Norristown Transportation Center, including the Norristown High-Speed line. This district is a descendant of the Schuylkill Valley lines in the Norristown area and the Trenton-Philadelphia Coach Line in eastern Bucks County. When SEPTA took over the Schuylkill Valley lines and the Bucks County routes, or Trenton-Philadelphia lines, SEPTA turned all of this into the Frontier Division. Crafts Coaches operate 2 bus lines contracted under SEPTA in Chester County, Pennsylvania. These routes are operated from Crafts' own garage located in Westchester. Crafts has operated 3 other bus routes for SEPTA in the past: Route 202, Westchester to Wilmington, Route 207, the White Lane Road, and Route 208, Stratford train station to Chesterfield, are no longer operating. SEPTA contracted bus operations before in Chester County. SEPTA and Rears Incorporated joined forces in 1977 to operate 3 bus routes out of Westchester. These routes were the Route 120, Westchester to Coatesville, Route 121, Westchester to Powley, and Route 122, Westchester to Oxford. Bus service between Westchester and Coatesville was a replacement for the previous trolley service operated by Westchester Traction. SEPTA did replace 2 of the routes with their own bus service. Route 122 service was replaced by SEPTA's Route 91 on July 6, 1982. After only 1 year service, Route 91 was eliminated due to lack of ridership. Route 121 was replaced by SEPTA's Route 92 on October 11, 1982, and this service continues to operate today. Since ridership on the Route 120 was strong, it continued to operate under the operation of Readers Incorporated, even after SEPTA pulled the funding source. Crafts purchased the Readers Company in 1992 and designated the remaining bus route, Westchester to Coatesville, as Crafts Transit Route A. SEPTA's railroad division is basically what it states. This is SEPTA's division of trains. The trains are known as the Regional Rail, all of which pass through Center City, Philadelphia, to end in inner city, suburban, and out-of-state locations. The division took in the Reading Company 6 lines and then the Pennsylvania Railroad 7 lines. When SEPTA first took in these routes, they proposed an idea that would give trains coming from one location the ability to not have to terminate in Center City and to continue on to its paired destination. These 7 pairings were given routes from R1 through R8, with R4 not being used, and were made effective in 1984, after the underground tunnel was completed. When SEPTA saw the lack of ridership, they removed the names, allowed the train to terminate in Center City, then move on to a paired location, and refer to the lines by its termini. The out-of-state destination remained so that there was an easy transfer to different transit agencies in different states. The Trenton and West Trenton lines provided easy access to New Jersey Transit. The Trenton line also connects to Amtrak's Northeast Corridor line towards New York City and other destinations along the East Coast. Plans were made so that SEPTA could expand even further for easy interchange towards Maryland's MARC line, a commuter rail service in the Baltimore-Washington, D.C. area. However, this plan did not succeed due to the lack of funding. SEPTA trains were also supposed to connect to New York's MTA in New York City. Thus, Penn Station was built. Again, due to the lack of funding, SEPTA sold Penn Station to New York, and Penn Station became the center of operations in New York City, with Amtrak trains, commuter trains, New York City, and interbus routes stopping or terminating there. This has been information on the Southeastern Pennsylvania Transportation Authority. Thank you for listening. Goodbye. Oh, and my name is Sebastien JeanPois, and I was an 8th grader at Girard Academy Music Program, but I've graduated into the program. Again, thank you for listening. I'm just going to be playing one more track, and if you want to listen to it, you can. If not, you can just stop the podcast here. Thank you. Oh, and I call this Random Creation.